I think we all have enough frustration built up in us through all the campaigns and anger and all the shit that was stirred up in the never-ending freaking epic rally schedule of Trump mania, trying to milk his followers out of every fucking dime. Over 200 types of Trump shoes now available from China. He wasn't kidding when he thought of the first one, his first term, as the world's most successful infomercial. We're all exhausted because we've seen it. We see how he's doing things. We see why he's doing things. It's destroyed families. It's taken so much happiness out of our lives while we're fighting the battles that we're fighting, just us, hijack. Just us, just in our own lives, that no one's really aware of. But we know we're all having our own struggles, and all of this shit just makes them so much worse. And when you look at what people are getting away with, and you look at the people that are still following him, you need to counterbalance that with recognizing that the biggest followers are now abandoning him. The biggest followers that spent the last 10 years decorating 20 flags of Trump shit and huge banners on every, multi-million-dollar farmland is now finding out that water that he turned off is already needed, and we're in May in the Central Valley. So the livestock are already having problems. And everyone who's ever spent time in the summer in the Central Valley knows agriculture needs every drop of water just to survive the next season. But never fear, there's this big, beautiful bill of bullshit that further cuts assistance programs that many farmers rely on, for extra water. Now that our president had to show his fake muscles, Hulk muscle style, to flex on Gavin Newsom by turning on those reservoir spigots and letting it trickle down because he needed to put out the fires in LA. And since it's the top of the state, it goes down the state. It's alright because the country Mattel is way far away, so that's still safe. But anyway, his most die-hard people have taken down every single mention of that name, Trump, on the entire multi-million-dollar property that every couple of weeks changed proudly their designs, but all Trump, all fuck Biden, all crazy. I even saw a JFK Jr. one for a short time. Those people. He happened to be a farmer. At state of emergency, when states need things like Arkansas with the storms and those tornadoes that just ripped through, Kansas and all over, and 27 people so far have passed away because one of the Doge cuts actually was the night watchman for tornado watches in that area. So people literally didn't have any warning to get to their basements, so they died because the most richest man in the world needed access to all of the USAID files and FEMA and all that other stuff. But it's alright, they're getting rid of FEMA, because remember, FEMA was evil, because if they help you, they're going to take your houses after, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, because that's what Biden wanted to do. Well, now Trump's just saying no. Sorry about your tornado-ravaged cities. The answer is no. These states that are primarily red states, Donald Trump is saying no to federal relief aid after tornadoes wipe through entire towns. He's saying no as he's getting rid of the only FEMA whose job it was to help in those situations. No matter what happens, it the focus can't be lost on the big picture and what we need to protect. And all this scary sideshow shit that's been happening, most of which is being blocked by the people in power and the judges that are standing up to them and all this other stuff. And they'll keep pushing the limits, and they'll keep trying every level of to see how far they can take it. And then they'll plan accordingly for their next rollout of Project 2025, which I believe will be women's rights. Maybe special ed, I don't know. I'm thinking women's rights. We need to focus on the big picture. We need to focus on the fact that he is pushing everybody to the same team. That even China is dropping humanitarian need over Gaza for the first time in 78 days. Gaza people, Palestinians, are getting food. America is looked at as an accomplice in all of that. America is looked at as the person who helped them do that, and we technically are. True Americans don't agree. And from the bottom of our hearts, wish it were different. And we're all fighting to make it different. So no matter what battles you're fighting, remember, no matter what, you're not alone. No matter how bad, no matter how scary, any of this stuff can get. We're protected. We are very protected against the worst of it. We have to stand up loud and make our voices heard to every representative everywhere, every day. We need to sign every petition and get involved in everything. We need to sign them. We need to show up in every way we can. Ladies and gentlemen, stay diligent, stay educated, be kind. We're all in this together. We got this.